Now, who were these Bourbons, the Bourbons, that come in and now take control of the Spanish Empire? Well, one thing about them is that they bring with them some very Frenchified ideas about how to run the empire. Now, these guys are not lackeys of the French. In fact, they're very, very Spanish in their loyalties. But they have learned something from their French cousins, and that is how to make a much more efficient empire. And these reforms, the Bourbon Reforms, go a long way toward improving the way that the Spanish Empire is run. And as a result, efficiencies return, the economy begins to pick up, and things are looking up from Madrid all the way to the frontier in Texas. The Bourbon Reforms came about at just about the right time for Texas. See, Texans were dealing with a new reality, and that was the presence of the Comanches. The Comanches had taken advantage of the declining Spanish Empire and its remote northern frontera to establish their own enclave, their own empire, if you will, in the southern Great Plains. Ultimately, this will lead to conflict with the Spanish. The Spanish believed they were in charge. The Comanches begged to differ. The Bourbon Reforms were very pragmatic. The rulers, all the way back in Madrid, take a look at the reality in Texas and decide that it's easier to buy the Comanches off than it is to pay to fight them. So that finally is what brings about a Spanish and Comanche Accord. This accord is marked most notably by a line of demarcation, Spanish territory and Comanche territory, that is represented by large flags flown by a pass right on the Balcones Escarpment. Today we would recognize that as Bandera Pass, or the Pass of the Flags. North of that was Comanche country. In reality, the Spanish have ceded territory to an indigenous people. Unprecedented. In the midst of all this chaos in Texas, and amid this ever-expanding Comanche presence, you also have the eruption of the French and Indian War in the northeastern part of North America. Its European counterpart, of course, is the 7 Years' War. Well, this massive disruption causes chaos throughout the Spanish Empire.